Hello CardRunners, this is Ville Samalahti, aka GoGetaRealJob. I'm back with part 3 of my session. So without further ado, let's jump into the action. Pretty standard C-bet on table 3 with top pair plus third nut flush draw. It induces a pretty strong range from the button. On this texture, I certainly don't want to be drawing to the naked third nut flush draw here. Deeming my 2 pair outs to be clean would definitely be quite optimistic. And since jamming is definitely out of the question, I'm just gonna let it go. Table 4 is kinda interesting. I could certainly check this back. Middle pair, weak flush draw. I have a decent amount of nice turns for me, so against a more aggressive villain I could certainly consider checking back. But since Vegas here isn't really attacking my c-bets a ton, I'm just gonna go ahead and make the bet. And obviously this time we do get check raised and have to fold somewhat begrudgingly. On table 2, I'm just gonna go ahead and check call with my middle pair plus weak open-ender. Turn is bad for me, and I do believe I need to be letting this go. Yep. Standard c-bet on table 4. I get action and the turn is kinda interesting. If we were heads up, Alien's range could have a decent number of Queen XXX hands, and with a blocker to the nuts I could certainly consider value betting here. But since the flop was freeways and he's out of position, his range is certainly a lot stronger. Ace King Jack type hands are probably at the bottom of it. Even his sets, he's probably just gonna be check calling on this relatively dry texture. So with that in mind, this becomes a pretty easy check back on the turn, as betting would effectively turn our hand into a bluff. He does go for value, and as discussed, I will give his range credit here and let it go. I will defend my raggy ace on table 2 against Valorian's min raise on the button. Flop is decent for me. I expect him to be c-betting this most of the time, and I will obviously be making the call. Turn is nice for me. It's another standard check call if he bets.